Hi, it's Penny here, and in this video I am hoping to organize all the series that I want to read next, hopefully with your help to let me know which ones I haven't thought of. So basically over the last year I've been trying really hard to get to what I'm calling Series 0, where I'm caught up on all the series that I can. Obviously there's books where I'm still waiting for more releases, but I'm almost caught up. I think I have to read about 13 more books to be completely caught up. I think about a third of those will take time because they're part of read-alongs where we're reading them over time. About a third of them I have plans to read over the next month or so, and then there's a few other ones where I'm waiting for the library to get them so I can actually read them. Then as well, I did a while ago do a project where I read the first chapter of a bunch of the series that I had the first books of on my shelves. I think it's this shelf that you can't quite see. And that was very successful for finding a bunch of new series that I want to start. Unfortunately, most of those are ones that I want to read like physically as textbooks, and I only have a couple that I want to read as audiobooks, and so I need more audiobook series. But to figure out which ones I want to read via audiobook, I need to prioritize the big list that I have. So let me show you actually. I have here my Miro board where I started originally. This bit in the pink box was me kind of organizing the series I wanted to read. Over time I just started throwing in pictures as other series came to mind. Then at some point I did a big tidy up of my Goodreads and I threw a bunch more pictures in over here. But honestly, it's a big mess. There's no kind of prioritization. Some of these I probably don't even remember what they are. Oh, and I should point out up here in the yellow box is basically all the books that I had picked as 5-star predictions. These ones with the blue marker are ones I have plans to read. I put these rabbit ears on the ones that I want to read via audiobook. And all these ones in the bottom 2 row are series, but you can still see I've only got a few that I want to read via audiobook, and I read a lot more audiobooks than that, so I need to find some more audiobook ones. I do also over here, previous me, who knows what she was thinking, had this idea that I would group them into these different categories. So I thought that's what we'd do today, and then we'll see if that helps us with our prioritization. I am still thinking I might do more try a chapter thing because it was so successful with prioritizing the ones I had on my shelf. I'd like to do it with all of these, but obviously trying a chapter for all of these, I'll die. Although maybe I would like to, but if we can group it up into like digestible chunks, that would be a lot better. So let's go through these series and see what's there. I guess we should start with the pink box. Oh no, I feel tired already. So firstly we have Shadow Speaker. I'm not always going to know the name of the series. I think in most cases I've just got the first books here. Shadow Speakers by Nnedi Okorafor. I believe it's Afrofuturism, maybe similar to Remote Control by Nnedi Okorafor that I really liked. I think Nnedi Okorafor is probably a potential favorite author. I mean, I don't know enough about the plot to put it in cool concepts, so, and I haven't really heard anyone else talk about it, so I think it has to go there for now. We might change these groups as we go along. Okay, next we have The Outside. Honestly, I have completely forgotten anything about this one. Maybe I have to look it up. Maybe it was a recommendation by Rachel from Shades of Orange. Okay, yes, I can see Rachel has given it a really good review, and it's something to do with manipulating reality and gods and some kind of mathematician, rebel scientist mathematician. I think I should put this in Trusted Rec because it came from Rachel. The Final Strife, I don't remember anything about this except that Jashana said it was cool. So we'll put that one again in Trusted Rec. The Will of the Many is one that so many people have been raving about lately. So probably I will put it in Hype FOMO. Like if I don't pick it up, I'm going to feel like I'm missing out. Then we have Order of Smoke and Bone. I think as well, after reading Strange the Dreamer, I put this onto my to-do list, to read list. I feel like Laini Taylor is a potential favorite author. Now, Daughter of Smoke and Bone is a YA, probably like a romantasy. Is that my taste? I don't know, but if this was several years ago, it might have belonged in Hype FOMO, but I think it belongs in potential favorite authors at the moment. Age of Myth. I see a lot of people talking about this series lately, although I think originally I was interested in it again because Jashana kept talking about it. But a lot of people, I don't think enough people are hyping it for me to put it in hype FOMO, but enough people that I like and agree with the reading taste, have similar reading tastes with, have recommended it. So we'll put it in trusted rec. I watch a lot of Booktube. Do you think I'm going to end up with too many in that? I also have Octavia Butler Dawn. So this series is one that Emily Fox talks about a lot, so it could go in trusted rec, but I also feel like, for me, I feel like a lot of, like, reading more Octavia Butler, especially this series, I think is an older series. Am I making that up? Should I actually look it up? So yes, the first book is from 1987. It's kind of like a sci-fi book, kind of about first contact as the end of the world occurs. So let's put it in classic FOMO. I feel like the reason I want to read it is because I feel like I'd be missing out. Malice by John Gwynne. This is another one where, I don't know, I don't know if I like John Gwynne, but I've seen him hyped a lot, and I feel like I'm missing out. Then we have Terry Pratchett. I feel like the Discworld series is like classic FOMO. I tried Discworld a long time ago, back in, I think maybe even in high school, maybe in university, and I was so confused. Maybe it's just too smart for me, I don't know. Maybe at the time I just didn't get it, but I gave up on it. I would like to try again. I see people enjoying it all the time. I feel like I'm missing out. Then, On the Edge by Alona Andrews. So I actually have a section here for completionist, and part of why I would like to read this is because I would like to complete everything, like read everything that Alona Andrews has ever written. But actually, I think because Alona Andrews is a favourite author, it actually belongs up here as well. I really don't know what's going to go in this completionist group. Grace of Kings by Ken Liu is already on my priority series list, so we don't need two of those. Jade City by Fonda Lee. This is a series everybody raves about. I think it's hype FOMO, but I do expect that I will love it. I think hype FOMO can go either way. Either I don't know that I am going to like it, but I think I'm going to miss out if I don't at least try it, or I think I'm going to love it because everyone else loves it. The Book That Wouldn't Burn. Oof. If I am completely honest, the only reason I really got interested in this, even though I've read things by Mark Lawrence before and I thought they were okay, I actually think I purely paid attention to this because of the beautiful cover. Yes, it's also getting a lot of hype, but the main reason I was interested in it was the beautiful cover. Let's be honest about how shallow we are. But these two Mark Lawrence ones were more completionist-y. As I said, I've read the Book of the Ancestor trilogy by Mark Lawrence, and I wanted to read some more by him. I don't think, though, that at this point, maybe it'll change since I have 3 series by him here. At this point, I don't think he's a potential favourite author, but I know this The Girl and the Stars series kind of links into the Book of the Ancestor trilogy. Prince of Thorns, honestly, what I've heard makes me think I won't like it, but, you know, we can still try it. What else do we have down here? Blake Crouch Pines. So this is the Wayward Pines trilogy. I really like Dark Matter and Recursion by Blake Crouch. I absolutely hated Upgrade. But the Wayward Pines trilogy is an early trilogy. There's also been a TV show made about it. I'm tempted to put him in favourite author if it hadn't been for Upgrade. I'll put him in potential fave authors, although Upgrade being his latest release, like if you don't like the latest release but you like everything else by an author, do they still count as a favourite author? I don't know. Maybe I should put that in completionist actually, because maybe he's already ruined his chance at being a favourite author, but I would like to read some of his backlist works. This, A Declaration of the Rights of Magicians, is already on my priority series list. Then we have Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. Honestly, these covers are beautiful. Do I also hear people hyping it a lot? Are a lot of those people who I trust? Yes. But initially, the reason why I took an interest in this series was because of the covers. Let's be honest about it. I actually already have Gideon the Ninth and Murderbot in my 5-star predictions. Oh, and Infinity Gate as well. Then we have The Shadow of What Was Lost. This one, I've kind of forgotten what it's about, but I feel like it belongs in this cool concepts. Can I actually put it in the cool concepts group if I don't remember the concept? I think I should look it up. Okay, I've looked it up. the synopsis is complicated, but I think I remember that actually this is supposed to have a time travel element in it. And I just saw a review saying something like the core of the book is two competing schools of time travel having a disagreement. I love time travel, so it sounds good. Also, I've heard so many good reviews. Then we have the Book of Coley by Emma Carey. This one is a potential favourite author. Okay, oops, you ran out of battery. But you're back now. That's nice. So Mike Carey, or Emma Carey, everything I've read by him I have loved. So potential favourite author for sure. What else is happening in here? Maybe I should pull these ones across instead of doing this awkward slidey. Okay, firstly, Seven Devils. This one, 100% only on the list because of the cool cover. Death's Daughter is a funny one. I picked this up because it's written by Amber Benson, who was Tara in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer books. I only found out about that because she was being the audiobook narrator for another book. That was a long time ago. I honestly don't even remember what that was. And I think this was released quite a long time ago now. And honestly, will I like it? I don't know. Like, does this fit in any of these groups? Not really. It's kind of just like celebrity curiosity. Is that a good reason to read a book? Not really. But I could at least try the first chapter, right? Okay, then we have The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. This one has been recommended to me a lot of times by people I trust. And I did also really like A Psalm for the Wild Built, the Monk and Robot duology, which is also by Becky Chambers. So, like, I could also say potential favourite authors, but I don't think I'm quite there with Becky Chambers yet. So we'll put her in Trusted Rec for now. A History of What Comes Next. I really liked what is that series called? One with the giant robots. I'll put it somewhere on screen. I really like that one, and so I wanted to read Sylvain Neuvel's next series. I also think it has some time travel in it. Maybe I should just put it with this other time travel book, because I don't think I quite put Sylvain Neuvel at potential favourite author yet. And to be honest, I haven't heard great things about this trilogy either, but it's time travel, so let's put the time travel books together. Dorothy Must Die, I think, is kind of completionist. I was reading all the Wizard of Oz books, and I also read all the Wicked books by Gregory Maguire, like a Wizard of Oz retelling. And then this book series, which is also a Wizard of Oz retelling, was recommended to me. I could put it in Trusted Rec, but I don't know enough about the commenters' reading taste to know for sure. Let's put it in completionist because it really belongs there. Then we have Senlin Ascends. I did see a bunch of people raving about this. It's been on my list now though for so long that I've also seen people not liking it at all. And the main criticism I've seen is that the protagonist is a guy with a much younger wife. And do I hate age gap romance? Yes, I do. But it's not really meant to be a romance, I don't think. I guess we'll put it in hype FOMO just because initially I wanted to read it because of the hype I was seeing. Then we have Malazan, Book of the Fallen. This, I think I'm going to put it in classic FOMO. When did this series actually start? I see people talk about this series all the time, and honestly, I know nothing about it other than that people seem to think it's very challenging, and then other people say, no, it's not as bad as you think. But also, I think I see a lot of the people who rave about Wheel of Time also rave about this and didn't enjoy Wheel of Time. So that's not a great sign, is it? First book was 1999. I feel like if I was younger, I would think 1999 was classic. I'm not quite there yet though, but I'm going to put it in classic FOMO anyway, because whatever. And in fact, I might do the same with the Mercy Thompson series. Like, when did that series start? 2006. But it's just one, like, it's either hype FOMO or classic FOMO, but I don't really see it hyped these days. It's just like a really popular urban fantasy. And there have been some urban fantasies that I've absolutely loved. Like, when I like one, I tend to get addicted to it. So I would like to try this one, and I would kind of like it to become a favorite. Okay, so that's actually quite nicely distributed across the groups. Not so bad. What else do we have? What a mess. Oh, we definitely have some duplicates in here, like Seven Devils we've already had. Let's pull these ones up. Okay, so firstly we have Roe Cannon's World by Ursula K. Le Guin. So I have read The Left Hand of Darkness, and when I read it, I did not realize it was part of a series, but it is, and I would like to read it. I would call that classic FOMO. Then we have this book. This is also Nnedi Okorafor, and I believe I looked it up. And this is the book that Remote Control is a prequel to. Remote Control by Nnedi Okorafor, which I mentioned before, really loving. So, potential favourite author, I guess. Octavia Butler. This is Parable of the Sower. This definitely goes with classic FOMO. But let's look up the date of it again. 1993. Close enough. Close enough to the past. Veronica Roth, Chosen Ones. So this is one where it's a bunch of superheroes, but this is their story like after they've saved the day and the trauma they're going through, and I think like the trauma they go through when they need to save the day again. I haven't really seen that many people pick it up. So, I mean, I was kind of interested in it just because it was Veronica Roth who wrote the Divergent series, and I was just curious. I could almost put it with Celebrity Curiosity. Maybe I'll put it there just because I don't think I'm going to get many things in that group. Then we have Clean Sweep by Ilona Andrews. Again, this is kind of completionist, but Ilona Andrews is a favourite author, so it belongs in there. The Justice of Kings, lots of people have been raving about this lately, so definitely belongs in a hype FOMO, although it sounded interesting too. And A Memory Called Empire. I don't see many people talk about this now, but I like stuff that messes with memory. I think, do I get this one confused with another one? I think this is one where there's like a diplomat role where you're supposed to get the memories of your predecessor, but something's gone wrong. I don't really remember. Okay, let's take this next row. So these ones look like a lot of older fantasies. I have seen a lot of people talking about Green Rider lately. I read this when the series first started back in like, I want to say the early 2000s. Shall we check it? It was when I was at university. Oh, 1998. But I think that's because in New Zealand at that time we were always getting books like several years later than everyone else. Anyway, the problem is I know I've got a lot of older fantasies here, and how many can I really put in this classic FOMO section? Do you know, I need another section for all of these ones where I read them when I was younger and I want to read them again. And in fact, I'm pretty sure most of these ones on this line go in that, and actually a lot of the ones down below will. This one I used to own, and the cover's so beautiful, and I'm so sad that I got rid of it. It's by Michelle West, who's also known as Michelle Segarra. Like an epic fantasy. I really like the first book. Why did I get rid of it? Why did I never continue? 20-year-old me has a lot to answer for. There's also a couple of books here of non-Valdemar Mercedes Lackey series. I think I started both of them, but honestly, Mercedes Lackey just writes so many books that past me, university me, just could not find the time to keep up. And university me read a lot, but she did not read as much as me now. And also A Corner, The Unicorn Girl by Anne McCaffrey. What else is on this list? So we have The Gaddy's Tale, which is this crazy thing where people have like cat companions. And for a long time I couldn't remember the name of it, but I did find it. We have these two Trudy Canavan ones. I think Trudy Canavan's an Australian author. I kind of put it into classic fantasy FOMO. Oh, here's another Trudy Canavan one. If you have read Trudy Canavan, where is the best place to start? Because I have no idea. I also have why am I always saying the? It does have a the. Bone Doll's Twin. This was recommended by A Story and a Song, Gemma from A Story and a Song, who was a booktuber who I don't think has a channel anymore, but I really liked her. I miss her. We'll call this a trusted read. She said it was one of her favourites, although I kind of also think it fits in this more classic FOMO era. This one is another Michelle West one. I don't think I ever read it though, but I feel like maybe it linked into another series. Even that other one I have already up here. They are linked together. Let me put it up with that other one anyway then, just for remembering. Then we have this one by Melanie Rawn. I really loved The Unfinished Exiles Saga by Melanie Rawn. I think Dragon Prince is a little bit more romantasy, so I'm not sure I will like it, but I think it kind of fits. Maybe I need to make another section. I don't know. We'll put it there for now. Burning Water by Mercedes Lackey. that I've read before. This one, Fiona Patten. This is kind of the same era as Melanie Rawn. It's kind of like the category we actually need is books that I should have read when I was in my 20s but didn't. Let's make that a category. Should have read in my 20s probably includes all of these. And it also includes The Hidden City, which is another series by Michelle West. Okay, then we have Bourne-Smith. This is a YA fantasy that I'm 100% interested in purely because of the cover, but I did see it getting some good reviews too. This Anne Bishop one is another one that was recommended by someone in my comments. I've forgotten the exact details, but I remember it's someone I talk to a lot, so I think I should trust them. This one, the first binding, was something Patrick Leo recommended, and I'm thinking I trust Patrick. Then we have a couple of series by Megan Lindholm, which is a pen name for Robin Hobb, who I love. She's a favourite author, definitely belongs up here. Then we have Champion of the Fate by Kendara Blake. I really like the Three Dark Crowns series by Kendara Blake, even though it wasn't perfect. I kind of wanted to try this new book series to see if her writing has improved, but I haven't seen anyone else talk about it. Let's kind of just put it in completionist. Ninth Reign is one that Elliot Brooke raves about, so I would like to try it. Helm of Midnight is one that Regan from Peru's Project first talked about, but I actually think I liked it because of the cool concept. I actually don't remember if Regan liked it, but I think it's something to do with like cool magical masks or something. Master of the Djinn, do you know, I think I just like the cover. The Killing Moon is N.K. Jemisin, who is a favourite author. I've forgotten my criteria for favourite author. Is she a favourite author or a potential favourite author? I think mathematically she might be a potential, but in my heart, she's a favourite. And then Wesley Chu, The Art of Prophecy. This one is hyped FOMO. Is it? Or is it trusted? How much hype is there around it? Probably not that much, but I have seen quite a few people who like it. Did I just like the cover? No, I think I saw a lot of people talking about it that I trust. Then we have more Nydia Okorafor. So we'll put that up with potential favourite author. We'll just put all the Nydia Okorafors together. Why not? River God. I picked this one up, or put this on my list purely because it's a book set in ancient Egypt, and I was looking for some fantasy books with ancient Egypt in them. Like, honestly, I just thought some fantasy books with ancient Egypt mythology could be really cool. Put it in cool concepts. And there's actually, I'm pretty sure, another one down here, this one, which is pretty much the same thing. Oh, where did I put it? Okay. This one is Kaz from Cats at Camera's sister's book that I've forgotten all about, but it sounded interesting, and several people I know have read it and liked it. Spinner is one recommended also by Kaz. That'll be why it's turned up next to it. This one is like a fantasy book with like disability rep. Beast Player, it's another one of these ones where it's just a cool cover. The Smoke Thieves, I really like the Half Bad trilogy by Sally Green, and so I wanted to try it. The Smoke Thieves, is it potential favourite author, or is it just the completionist in me? I think it's the completionist in me. And then this one is Anne Bishop again, who I had somewhere. I think this might belong... Where did that other Anne Bishop one go? I think this might belong in books I should have read when I was 20. But is it that old? 2013. I'm older than that. So I know as well, though, I saw Regan from Peru's Project talking about it. Let's put it there for now. This is another duplicate. Okay, firstly, we got Codename Verity. I feel like this one, it's classic FOMO, hype FOMO. It's definitely FOMO of some type. But I'm wondering, is it historical fiction? It's young adult historical fiction. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to delete it, but tell me if that's a mistake. But young adult historical fiction does not sound like me at all. One Dark Window, I saw some people talking about it. I think, is this the one that has like different playing cards that have different magic? Because in that case, instead of putting it into... Because I don't really think I've seen enough people hyping it. I've also seen some people not liking it. But I think, you know... Well, actually, it's just a pretty cover. Let's put it there. Annihilation. I watched the movie. I like the movie. I've heard a lot of people say a lot of good things about Annihilation. Where does it go? Let's put it into cool concepts. Wanderers is a book about a pandemic. Is that a cool concept? I mean, I'm interested in it because of the concept. Is it cool? Technically, maybe not, but it's the concept, so we'll put it there. Leviathan Wakes is purely hype FOMO because it's like a, I don't know, the more people talk about it, it just sounds like detective in space, which sounds less interesting, but I have also had people say that it's really great. Like, it could almost be trusted rec as well, but let's put it in hype FOMO. And that's the same for The Witcher. Like, will I like The Witcher? I kind of have my doubts. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't know anything about The Witcher, and I don't have a million streaming services like some of you, so I'll probably never be able to watch it, or at least not anytime soon. But would I like to try reading the books? At least try it, right? And that's the same for Stephen King's Dark Tower series. I've liked some Stephen King, not like some other stuff. Will I like this? Who knows? But this one, and also the Earthsea books, were ones that I saw on this list of like fantasy books that you should definitely read. Although Earthsea, let's put it in classic FOMO, because that evens out these lists a bit. So that is actually all the series I had. Now that I've grouped it up, it doesn't seem so overwhelming. That's really nice. That's what I was hoping for. There are a lot of groups, but most of them have like kind of an even amount of books in them, like around 6 to 8 books in them, except for this little section, which I can probably group up somewhere else. Like maybe I could group celebrity curiosity with completionism. So now I think what I might do is try and do like a chapter project where I go through each of these groups and try a chapter for every book in the group. And what I want to also do is try a chapter of the audiobooks to work out which ones of these would be good to read via audiobooks. If you already know that some of these books have great audiobooks, please let me know down in the comments. I really need that help because it's still going to take me a long time to get to these. Also, definitely let me know if you know any series that you think I have missed, or just any series that you are super excited to be reading. And do subscribe if you'd like to see more of my bookish videos. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are doing well, and I will see you next time.